Coach, talk about practice tonight.
Okay, felt like we had a solid Wednesday practice, focused on third downs and some other game plan type situations. Our kids, the last 2 days, I could really tell their intensity, their attention level has been better, and that's usually a very good sign.
Questions?
What did you see from Patrick Miller that made you decide to go ahead and get him the starting out at right tackle?
The spring, he had a very good spring, and then it was open competition. We really felt strong that we needed to do that because Sean and Avery both improved. They both had very good fall camps, and we wanted to open that thing up. And at the same time, we've got some depth at different positions. That was part of the plan also.
How long has he been taking the first team reps?
I don't know, probably off and on for a week, maybe a little over.
With Avery, what are the chances that he finds the field Saturday or the next few games?
We have a lot of confidence in Avery, a whole lot of confidence, and he made that battle very interesting. And I think the positive, I know the positive as far as offensive line goes is we feel that we have quality depth, and I'd say there's a chance that you can see him on the field.
I went into the decision to put, well, I know Brandon and CJ are listed as or, but if you had to take the field right now, who's the starting tight end?
Well, we're kind of play specific on things, so we'll just have to see. Both of them will play. We have confidence in both of them.
You look at Brandon more as a blocker and CJ as a passer.
CJ's really gotten better at blocking, and I think Brandon's got better at receiving, so I think both of them are very versatile. And, like I said before, both those guys were recruited specifically for our offense.
You go into a game, a lot of coaches obviously script plays at the first series or whatever. How many plays do you try to script there?
It just depends from game to game. You try to get off to a good start and do things that your quarterback's comfortable doing. So it's different from game to game.
Gus, what do you like about Chris Davis putting back as the number one player?
He's a playmaker. There's no doubt. He's got a lot of confidence. He's been the most consistent guy catching the football, and when he's made some interceptions in the spring and in fall camp, he usually does something positive with them. So we felt like it was good to give him a chance to show what he could do.
Setting the depth chart, were there any specific battles that were hard to choose than others?
There was a few, right tackle being one of those, but that's usually a good thing. And I think our quarterbacks too. We've got 3 quarterbacks that we have confidence that can take the field. But there were some others that, and you'll see, like the running back position, you'll see, quite a few of those guys play.
Is there going to be any specific packages maybe for some other quarterbacks to come in?
We'll just have to see how the game unfolds. Right now, we have a lot of confidence in Nick, but we'll see, how the game unfolds.
You've got Ladarius listed as the starting right end. What went into that since he was moving back and forth between end and line?
Yeah, he played linebacker at the first fall camp. I believe when we lost D, the fact that he had some experience up front, and just felt like trying to figure out a way to put our best players in the field, and that was part of it. And he's got a very high motor, and he rushes the passers, after.
When did Ladarius emerge as the starter there at right end?
I would say it's probably here as of late, and you'll see a lot of those guys listed will all be on the field and be in some type of rotation.
You talked a lot about Carl Lawson and Light. Dan, what about Montravius Adams? We see him there on the 2 deep. What's he really shown you here early?
Well, those young guys are extremely talented, and they've shown flashes of being very good. It's just a matter of those young guys being consistent and being able to play in and play out.
Your 2 starting ends don't have any career starts, very few sacks along the whole defensive line. When you're facing an opponent who had allowed the most sacks in the country last season, how important is going to be developing a pass rush with these guys who aren't proven pass rushers?
Well, I think anytime you're playing a passing team, a key is putting pressure on the quarterback. We've got confidence in our guys, and like I said, when we first got here, we didn't worry about anything in the past and try to put it behind us. Just try to give everybody an equal foot moving forward, and we feel like we've done that.
What about some of the tackles, defensive tackles? Can those guys rotate back and forth between those spots? Are they specific?
Yeah. I think you'll see a lot of rotation up front. I think you'll see a lot of those guys playing.
Guys, you got 6 true freshmen in the 2D, 4 junior college guys, including Nick, obviously, is your starting quarterback. What are your thoughts on Kenny Flowers and Brandon King, who are JUCO guys who've only been here for a couple of weeks but have not cracked the 2 deep yet?
Well, there's a decent chance you can see those guys on the field too. Anytime you get a 2 deep, there's certain situations and certain packages you can possibly see people. And, the guys that were junior college didn't get to go through spring. They're a little behind the guys that showed up in the spring, but that's to be expected. And I think those guys that came in, as the season goes, you'll see their role expand.
In the passing game, do you know who your go-to guy is going to be as far as receivers for Saturday?
No, we don't. And like I said last time, we want somebody to emerge. I mean, we're going to give guys opportunities, and they need to prove it on the field. In practice, you can show a lot, but it's nothing like the real thing. So early in the season, we need somebody to step up and be that guy. You can throw the ball to on third down, even when everybody knows where the ball's going.
Yes, was the officiating crew of the SEC or Pac?
I believe so. Yeah.
You guys will be the same logistics and everything as far as the hotel and everything like that Friday night?
Pretty much. We'll change a few things.
Talk about, you mentioned Marcus Davis some, but having him now in there behind Ricardo, how big of a boost has it been to have a guy like that come in and kind of jump in the role?
Yeah, Marcus, of course, he was a high school quarterback. He's got a real good feel for the game, and he's a very good competitor, and he's made some explosive plays, in fall camp, and he's got a chance to be a very good football player.
Guys, just in light of the national news and the news in the SEC dealing with Johnny Manziel, if you had to address the team regarding that particular issue and autographs and kind of the big national issue that's gone on lately,
Say it again.
have you had to address the team in any way regarding that issue, since it's an SEC quarterback and Heisman winner and a big national?
You talking about autographs and all that? Yeah, we always talk to our players, even before all that came out.
Gosh, you've got CJ bracketed in 2 different kinds of spots. That's just kind of a statement about his portability and the different things he can do.
Yeah, he's very versatile, and he gives us a lot of flexibility in our offense. I know when I was here before, and he's a freshman, he was actually a receiver, and now he's starting to play with his hand down, and he's really improved his blocking, and gives a lot of flexibility.
Game day's pretty close. Is there anybody you've talked to, maybe for advice on the big day?
No, there's nobody in particular. We have a plan. We feel good about it. It's just a matter of going out there and seeing how our guys react to certain situations. And kind of like I said before, I'll be curious to see how our guys react and see where we're at as a team. But I'm very excited to watch them play, and very excited to be out in front of our fans.
On game weeks, Thursday, you have like a walkthrough, or you have like a regular practice. Then what do you guys do on Friday as far as preparation?
Yeah, anytime you get to Thursday and Friday, you've done a lot of the physical work, and a lot of it's just cleaning things up and the communication and the mental part and all that. And there's a balance on keeping your guys ready, and you definitely want them fresh. The first game.
And then what do you guys do on Friday?
Similar to that, meetings and walkthroughs.
Because you've been able to get a better feel for Kyle, just will he be able to contribute this weekend, or is he still a few weeks off?
Well, he's our backup at that position, and anytime you play a passing team and all that, you would expect those guys to get a chance.
Would there be a chance that Ryan Smith would rotate over, or Jermaine Whitehead if Halsey went out?
We'll just see how the game unfolds. Obviously, the guys that have experience, a little bit more about him. But at the same time, he's our backup at that position right now.
How confident are you that Tony Stevens will be able to play this weekend?
That who?
Tony Stevens?
Pretty confident.
You ever had a team of any sort where you got 4 or 5 guys that played quarterback at some point in their career on offense? Your receivers, you got a lot of receivers that played quarterback.
Yeah, I think Darvin Adams played high school quarterback, Cody Burns played high school quarterback, and that's been something that in our offense over the years we really have had some success with, because those guys understand the game, they understand coverages, they can adjust on the run, and I said we're very specific on what we ask our receivers to do, so that's part of the plan a lot of times.
Anything else?